It's time for you to break out the blood and black lace. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 goth icons.
And it closes Satan, and it's clear to see he don't mind the raging fires in your chimney.
For this list, we're ranking the people and artists that most closely resonate with the gothic scenes of music, culture, and cinema. We're excluding fictional icons such as Lydia Dietz from Tim Burton's Beetlejuice, however, as those characters deserve their own list. So that means real people only.
My whole life is a dark room.
Number 10, Peter Murphy. Lots of gothic rock icons have captured the emotions and imaginations of music fans across the globe. But the legacy of Peter Murphy and Bauhaus might have had the most commercial impact of them all. Indeed, Murphy's rich baritone vocals and striking physical appearance have resonated with both fans and other artists worldwide.
You know the way it leaves you dry, it cuts you wild and takes you high.
With his unique style and flair, the godfather of goth has influenced bands from both the gothic rock genre and beyond.
She's got a daylight speedlight with those photographs too.
The world of goth may have its fair share of iconic frontmen and performers, but there's only one Peter Murphy.
Oh, you'll see so smile. That's me all night long.
Number 9, Bela Lugosi.
Death hasn't the same significance for me as it has for you.
All hail this blood-sucking, trance-inducing, soul-seducing goth icon.
A most distinguished scientist whose name we know, even in the wilds of Transylvania.
Hungary-born actor Bela Lugosi played a multitude of characters over the course of his illustrious acting career, but it's his portrayal of Bram Stoker's legendary Count Dracula that cemented his legacy as one of the founding fathers of cinematic horror.
I am Dracula.
It's difficult even now for many horror fans to describe any old-school vampire archetype without almost immediately going into an imitation of Lugosi's rich, distinct accent as Dracula, and with good reason. The actor simply disappeared into the role.
More Wolfbane. More effective than Wolfbane, Count. Indeed.
Number 8, Aleister Crowley. This England-born magician and occultist earned a reputation as the most wicked man in the world. Aleister Crowley was famed for pursuing occult study during the late 1800s into the early 20th century, and established the religious philosophy known as the Lima. Crowley also joined the ranks of other magic circles, including the Ordo Templi Orientis and the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn.
I'm closer to the Golden Dawn, immersed in Crowley's uniform.
Calling himself the Great Beast, Crowley, his character, and his works left an impact on rockers like David Bowie, Ozzy Osbourne, and Led Zeppelin's Jimmy Page. Page would even go on to purchase Crowley's former home and featured the residence in the Zeppelin film The Song Remains the Same. Number 7, Cassandra Peterson, also known as Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Elvira. Try saying that one fast 10 times.
Cassandra Peterson serves as the brain and body behind the woman we know as Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
On account of I never went out for sports. I went out with a few sports, but that's another story for another time.
Peterson dabbled in all forms of showbiz before creating what ultimately became her career-defining role, a character that first took shape while she was a member of the Groundlings improv troupe.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most drop-dead gorgeous one of all?
For Elvira, Peterson mixed a wisecracking valley girl attitude with sexy gothic chic, a combination that was tailor-made for her cult TV series, Elvira's Movie Macabre.
Guess some girls just go for any old bloke with a sports car.
After that, Elvira's status as a gothic and horror icon was quickly cemented, and even led to a feature-length movie of her own in 1998.
Sooner I get in the saddle, the better.
Well, sorry, partner, but looks like it's gonna be you and your trusty old right hand.
Number 6, Siouxsie Sioux. Elvira might have brought Gothic beauty to the mainstream, but it was this Gothic rock legend that started the fire. Siouxsie Sioux fronted Siouxsie and the Banshees starting in the mid-70s, drawing immediate attention thanks in part not only to the band's dissonant, atmospheric sound, but also for Sioux's striking visual appearance. Whether she was sporting severe makeup, wild hair, or simply calling out to fans with her impossibly captivating eyes, Siouxsie Sioux's impact as a global icon of Gothic fashion proved almost immediate, as she connected and resonated with fans as a figurehead of the movement. Not surprising, as she's been named one of Britain's most influential singers of the rock era. Number 5. Edgar Allan Poe. The Telltale Heart and The Pit and the Pendulum are just two of the classic, morbidly macabre stories torn from the dark and brilliant mind of author Edgar Allan Poe, serving as some of the most important slices of Gothic horror fiction put to paper. And of course, we can't forget to mention The Raven.
What were you?
Never mind. Come on, let's go.
Romantic, tragic, and melancholic, the works of Poe have gone on to heavily influence many aspects of Goth culture, from their mannerisms to their preoccupation with the darker sides of life. Although Poe himself possessed a troubled soul, the themes and ideas behind his work continue to inspire artists from music, literature, and film, and have ensured that Edgar Allan Poe's spirit will live on forever.
And my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore.
Number 4. Alice Cooper. Ozzy Osbourne may lurk in the darkness, but there's only one godfather of shock rock, and his name is Alice Cooper.
Hey bro, take it slow. You ain't living in a video.
No one has mastered the art of making macabre theatrical hard rock, quite like the man once known as Vincent Furnier, thanks to his vicious yet charismatic stage persona, Alice.
And you know, I never cry.
Once just the vocalist in the band Alice Cooper, before he literally took the name as his own, Cooper grew from playing hard-edged, psychedelic rock to creating full-blown rock operas with stage shows that incorporated bloody, visceral theatrics, including hangings, a guillotine, and even a giant Frankenstein's monster. It's this commitment to scaring and shocking us that's earned Alice Cooper an unchallenged icon status. Number 3. Marilyn Manson.
Rebel, rebel, bitch, bitch, rebel, rebel, party, party, sex, 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 and don't forget the violence.
There are few rock musicians out there that can be the visual focal point of attention, no matter where they are. But Marilyn Manson is one of those few. Born Brian Hugh Warner in Canton, Ohio, Manson grew up idolizing shock rockers like Alice Cooper before he eventually moved on to influence others with his confrontational yet theatrical combination of Gothic visual atmosphere, industrial menace, and riff-heavy metal. His extremely intelligent personality and unique lyrics set him apart from the metal pack, however, and made Marilyn Manson a one-of-a-kind entity all its own. Number 2. Tim Burton.
I was feeling very crazy or very floaty or whatever. And when I started wearing striped socks, I just felt calmer and more grounded, and so I don't really know what else to say about that one.
If one were to distill classic goth extravagance into just one style of cinema, it's very likely that director Tim Burton might be at the top of a very short list of options.
It is so easy to commit embarrassing blunders, but etiquette tells us just what is expected of us and guards us from all humiliation and discomfort.
There's just something immediate, opulent, and kind of off about Burton's rich artistic vision. The filmmaker has carved a career out of imagining incredibly detailed worlds and characters, and bringing them to life, while at the same time endearing himself to millions of movie fans in the process.
My friend, my clever friend.
For you I do.
Burton, together with his frequent collaborators Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter, have a style all their own, often imitated, never duplicated, and very, very cool.
You know, the sort of mad scientist, I always wanted to be a mad scientist, so, you know, all those kind of things made it easy to identify with those kind of movies.
Before we unveil our top goth icon, here are a few morbidly honorable mentions.
These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. Ow. Cyclone Jack, hallucinating hack, thinks a dollar read, it's dollar. Love will tear us apart again. My whole existence is flawed. You get me closer to God.
Number 1. Robert Smith.
Thursday, never looking back, it's Friday, I'm in love.
What can we say about this undeniable figurehead of the gothic rock scene? Although much has been said about how Robert Smith has influenced nearly every facet of gothic rock with his visual flair and tormented vocal style, go back and listen to such killers as The Cure's A Forest, or 100 Years, and you'll hear dark yet incredibly inventive guitar playing. Meanwhile, Smith's commercial appeal as an incredibly talented songwriter and arranger has been equally well documented on such hits as Lullaby,
Quietly laughs, shaking his head, creeps closer now.
Love Song,
You make me feel like I am home again.
and Pictures of You, which have made this goth icon a man of both style and skill.
So long, these pictures of you never hold on to your heart.
Do you agree with our list? Which goth icons deserve to be recognized for their contributions?
It will have a lot of things in it that I would still use it on a completely personal project.
For more fabulous top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Come back in about an hour and a half, okay? Whoever you are.